I never thought that stilts would bring me back to a baseball field, and I never thought baseball would be something I'd be doing using a pair of stilts.
Like many kids, Dakota Stilts Albritton grew up loving the game of baseball. But unlike most, he had an interest in some more unique hobbies too.
And that was my main thing as a kid. I liked to find stuff that was hard to do, that I had to work at.
Things including learning to walk on stilts, which he originally got as a Christmas gift when he was just 10 years old.
The stilts, they came completely natural. Put them on, ran in them, and I took them off and didn't use them again for 10 years.
And just like he did with his stilts, he would eventually hang up his baseball cleats too after high school, figuring that was it for his playing days.
I was pouring concrete, I was a pipe fitter at the paper mill, I was a vac technician in El Paso, Texas for a little while.
A life he was content with. His mom Lisa, however, knew that her little boy had a very big future ahead.
I was actually pouring some concrete. My mom called me and said, hey, I signed you up for a baseball tryout, and I hadn't touched a ball in 2 years, and I let her know that. I was like, well, why'd you do that? You know, I hadn't played baseball in so long, and she said, I told them you could walk on stilts.
But Dakota hadn't touched those stilts in 10 years, deciding instead to approach tryouts the old-fashioned way.
I showed up with my old high school uniform on, and I had my shirt tucked in, belt on, my hat straight forward, and if you know me now, you know I don't even wear my hat forward ever, ever, ever. And I showed up trying to be a traditional baseball player with just the pure talent on the baseball field that I had, and halfway through I'm like, man, these coaches ain't talking to me, ain't nobody saying wow by nothing I'm doing, you know.
That's when Dakota noticed his stilts, which his mom had brought to the dugout.
Whenever I seen them stilts laying there, I'm like, what the heck has she done? You know, I'm about to look like a complete fool walking out on the field. And Jesse kept telling me, hey, you don't have to do this. You know, I don't want you to get hurt. And I had dog collars holding them to my leg that we got on the way here. And I was, like I said, I was nervous. I think Jesse was more nervous than I was, but we got out there and Jesse always says I wasn't afraid to be different. And that's what I've continued to be, is different. So I kind of embrace it now. I like being different. I don't want to be like everybody else.
Despite having never taken a swing wearing stilts before, Dakota would make the team, and Stilts was born.
I still can't believe it. I still have dreams like replaying the MLB parks in my head sometimes, where I'll wake up and I'm like, man, that was a dream, but I done did that before, you know. I feel like I done did that, so.
And while Dakota loves the joy he can bring others who get to see him,
so going out here and people hollering for me, it always gives me the chills. That feeling never gets old.
he knows not everyone believes in him. In fact, he's counting on it.
Every time I take the field, I tell myself, these people are expecting me to fail. This guy's on stilts. He's going to go out there and he's not going to be able to provide good athletic quality baseball. And every time I go out there and I get to prove however many people are in the stands wrong, you know, that's a dang good feeling, being able to show them that on stilts I can still produce the talent that everybody else is doing at a very high level. So.
And there's the K! Sneaks the two-seamer by him!
But if there's one thing Stilts hopes those who see him take away, it's that we all have something that makes us larger than life. And sharing it with others, now that can make anyone feel 10 feet tall.
Going out and being different and not being afraid to stand out and just stick out like a sore thumb, you know, it teaches them that being their self and taking advantage of all the talents the good Lord gave them, you know, you never know what's going to come out of it. Like I said, whenever I stepped out on the field, I had no idea that those stilts were going to change my life. So if you can go about your day and be yourself and genuinely enjoy creating smiles on people's faces, I don't think there's any way you can't be successful. I think you'll be successful if you live your life by creating smiles on people's faces and making people happy.
Hey, Biko Scala here. If you want more skloobers like that, they're up here. If you want some full jobbers, bada bing, bada boom. If you want more skeeber dobs all the time, like and subscribe down there. Skladoosh!